You went out of your way for a long time to be nice to people, to go out of your way for people, to treat people with respect. You did the most just to have other people in your life. And now you wore yourself out because of it, because you realized you wasn't getting that back in return from anyone. You're done proving yourself to people. Now they need to prove themselves to you. See, your spirit is high vibrational. You don't like drama. You don't like chaos. You don't like foolishness. You don't like none of those things. And people have treated you like you was always supposed to be there at their beck and call, and that you didn't have a life of your own. Not anymore. You know your worth now. You have experienced some heartbreaking things in life, but it grew you up mentally in your mind. Now you're radiating beautifully. Your face is shining brightly. You're a beautiful soul, and it's reflecting on your outside. When new people see you, all they see is your beauty and your essence. You know who you are. You got high self-esteem. You left a life of low self-esteem where you attracted them type of people that you always felt like you needed to prove yourself to. But they wasn't proving anything to you to be in your life. Now you shut the door on these people. You don't care about these people not coming back into your life because most likely they wasn't supposed to be there to begin with, because now you know your self-worth. You got high self-esteem now. Everybody didn't deserve you like you thought they did. You was trying to fit in with the crowd. You was even probably trying to fit in with your family. And then you realize you just don't fit in. You don't fit in that place you left. You don't fit in at that job. You don't fit in cliques. Y'all remember cliques from high school? You thought you were supposed to fit in with a clique, but you never fit in with anybody. They always shunned you to the side, made you feel like you was less than. But it all happened for your better good. Oh yeah, all the things that people put you through, it happened for your better good. So you can walk in your royalty. So you can walk in your divinity, your divine nature. This is why it happened. People can't understand who you are right now because they thought you were the same person. No, you grew up in your mind. You're mature and you're not accepting no more foolishness from anyone, whether people like it or not. They expected you to accept foolishness time in and time again. Like you didn't have feelings, like you ain't have emotions. They expected you to stay and deal with the disrespect and the mistreatment, and for you not to know your life purpose and who you really were spiritually. This is what people expected. They didn't want you to know your worth because they wanted to treat you like a doormat. They wanted to treat you any type of way. But now that you know your value, you're not dealing with no more foolishness. No, God called you out of that. He called you out of foolishness. He called you away from people that ain't growing mentally and spiritually like you. A lot of these people are just childish. You go to Facebook right now, you see people in your age group that you went to high school, you grew up around, they still childish. They still act like they in high school. They still act like they ain't grown up, but got the nerve to hate on others. If you're not about crap in life, just say that. You ain't got to hate on anybody just because you're not about crap. But that's what they choose to do. They ain't went nowhere in life. They miserable. They're unhealed. So they expect you to be unhealed like them. They expect you to be ratchet like them. They expect you to be immature like them. They expect you to do drugs like them. Turn up, get drunk all the time like them. They expect you to be broke, busted, and disgusted like them. This is what these people think. You'll be surprised how many people think this way. You okay as long as you're not doing better than us, these people thought. The pride and arrogance they have, knowing they ain't about nothing. They just didn't want you to do better than them. But God surprised them. You are doing better than a lot of people right now because you healed. You healed from the trauma that life threw at you. God is proud of you for that. You healed from past foolishness and trauma that people try to put you in. If you did not heal, ain't no telling where you would have been at in life. You probably would have been somewhere that you least suspected. In jail, hanging around with the wrong people. I hate to say it like this, but even in your grave, if you had not healed and forgiven people that hurt you so you can move forward in the blessings that God had for you. This is why God is smiling at you right now. You might not be getting a hand clap from nobody but God right now. And that's fine. God is your biggest cheerleader right now. Because God knows the value he put inside you. He said he knew you before you was in your mother's womb. He know the things and the heartbreak and the pain you was going to go through in this life. God already knew that. God already knew the situation that you was going to deal with growing up. He knew that you was going to deal with some foolishness from a lot of people. But he knew if you trusted the process, he knew he was going to get you up out of it. He knew you was going to come out stronger, better, wiser, radiant. He knew you was going to come out strong, stronger than you were before. See, people didn't have no respect for a person like you because they thought you was nobody the whole time. Everybody thought you was the nobody. But what happened was God hid your value spiritually from everybody. He didn't want people messing up your future and where he had you to go and the assignment he had you to do. This is why you have people that look to you in a positive way. I'm talking about new people, not old people. Old people might be looking at you too, but you're not dealing with them because they haven't proved themselves to you. All these people that's around you are new people. They trying to figure you out. As long as you keep walking in your power, in your radiance, you ain't got to worry about nothing or nobody. People ain't going to like you just because you being you. Just because you healed and they didn't. They don't like you for that. It's always something that people don't like you for, and it could be the pettiest, littlest reason. But that ain't your concern because you're not worried about people that ain't proved themselves to you yet. They ain't proved themselves to be in your life, but you always proved yourself to be in their life. So now it's time out for you proving yourself to anybody. If they don't prove themselves to you, then they need to get on. They need to go somewhere. They need to skedaddle. That's what they need to do. Get up out your way, out your life. Do not try to mess over your future because they want you stuck and miserable like them. Truth is, they need to heal. They need to grow up past high school mentality. They need to be the man or woman God called them to be like you did. And maybe they wouldn't be too busy hating on you and making it feel like you less than. Truth is, you are a beautiful soul. You always been beautiful. And people are starting to see your beauty like never before. You vibrating so high that you're not even dealing with negativity no more. You're not dealing with no drama. You're not dealing with no foolishness from nobody. When people call you a drama, you hang up on them. You block people. You move forward in peace because that's what you rightfully should do. Who do these people think they are? Will they think they're going to continue putting negativity out towards you? Continue to put disrespect out towards you and expect you to say okay? No, this ain't how this roll. You ain't got to say okay to nothing. People need to learn how to respect you as a person. They need to prove themselves to you. And these people don't know how to do that because, I hate to say it, you left people that you got rid of out of your life. You left behind a whole bunch of, some of these folks were just dusty losers. They just was dusty losers. Now that ain't for everybody that was in your life. But some people, yeah, you better thank God you dodged some bullets when it came to certain people. Because they really would have messed up your future and where God have you at today if you would have stayed back around these people. People that haven't proved themselves to you. You dodged a lot of bullets. You dodged a bullet when it came to that ex-lover or that ex-crush that you had. That person ain't doing nothing in life. They would have ruined you. That's what that person would have done. And God preserved you because he has something greater for you. That ex was no good for you. They still ain't no good. Strung out on drugs, in and out of jail, ratchet, foolish, and thought they was better than you at a point in time. And God turned them tables. They wasn't better than you. They was just more foolish than you. More in the streets than you. More popular than you, but popular in the wrong way, not the righteous way. Now you're popular, but you're popular in the righteous way, not the wrong way. You got moral values. You got self-respect. You ain't out here running the streets like these people. You ain't out here in a strip club popping your behind, shaking it in front of a whole bunch of lustful men. Whatever woman watching this video. That's the type of environments you don't belong in, so you're not there. Like these other ratchet women doing right now, just to have a man. Doing the worst, but go home miserable after they do it. You chose to obey God and do righteous. And now you're glowing. You're radiant. God is proud of you. Continue to shine. Don't be like these people. They ain't proved themselves to you. And most likely they're not going to prove themselves to you because they like the ratchet lifestyle. They like the ratchet behavior. They like the hood mentality. They like the crabs in the barrel mentality. This is what these people like. But for you, God said enough was enough. You breaking generational curses off your family bloodline. Your children gonna be blessed. Your children's children gonna be blessed because of a person like you. You're done proving yourself to people. They didn't make the cut in your life. But now they got to prove themselves to you. And if they don't, they can get on. Because that door is closing. You need people in your life that's going to be on your level spiritually, mentally, and your level of maturity. You don't need no drama. You don't need no foolishness. So that's all you took out of your life. And now you can move forward like you're supposed to the right way. And that's the message I have for a royal one. Until next time. Bye-bye.